And welcome to the Witching Hour, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Comic Book with the Hook show. And that's not supposed to be up there, but it is. That was supposed to be a surprise, but it's okay. All good. So, welcome everybody. No, it's late. So now that I got you with the hook, it's time for a book. And this is from one of my brothers out there right now. This is a Marvel Treasury edition I just picked up. I got this and a Star Wars one just the other day. This is issue 22. It comes out from 1980. Star Wars. This Spider-Man here is issue 22, and it came out in 1980. But what's cool about these, you guys, if you don't know, it's in some rough shape. But look at these comic pages. They're ginormous. Just beautiful work back then. And just going to show them really quick. A couple more really quick. But look at how big those pages are. Awesome, awesome stuff. I'll tell you a little bit more about that a little later. Now, on with my co-host, Jeff, A13 brother.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Jeff, a.k.a. the Cantonese Comic Kid. Since we got you with the hook, let's get you with the book. All right, guys. I just got this back from CGC. It's Old Man Burton, issue 9. I actually had James Hahn sign it, and he signed it in 2 languages. He actually signed it in English and Cantonese. But the funny thing about the slab, it actually says signed by James Hahn and Lo Pan. So that's pretty funny because it's the same person. So that's pretty funny. That's how they presented it. So
sweet.
And only 3 in existence, and mine's the only 9/8.
3 in existence. That's awesome. Something to be proud of. That's awesome. You worked really hard to get that too.
Yeah.
And my next special guest tonight, you're gonna love this. Great guys, Two Brothers Comics, and the two brothers that do some really good stuff. You guys, they got a really good show. All the links are in the description down below. We'll have a nice conversation tonight. This is Nick. Nick,
what's going on, guys? I'm Nick, Two Brothers Comics. My book, Star Wars Goodness, a little bit of Bounty Hunter. Star Wars 42, fresh from CGC.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I love it.
Very nice. And none other than his brother himself, Dustin. Come on. There it is. Brother.
What's up, guys? The big brother.
Yes.
I'm Dustin. Y'all see us all the time on over on our channel, Two Brothers Comics, and my book is, y'all already know, Mighty Morphin Power. No, something different. I got What If #1. This is another series of books that I really, really love. I love these What If books, especially series #1. So my book is What If #1.
That's awesome, brother. And we have one more guest tonight. I'll get you in 2 seconds. My brothers, do you have comics on the mind? I have comics on the mind. My brother, Kurt. Brother, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. It's good to see everybody. You already know we are comics on the mind. That I got you with the hook. Here is a book. One of my favorite books and runs going on right now, Savage Avengers. If you're not reading this, you need to jump on this. This issue was really good. Like the battle between the team up between Doctor Doom and Strange and Conan is just really epic, and if you haven't read it, check it out. The ending is the best. I won't spoil it, but just know someone is suited up in an iron suit. That's my book.
That's a good book.
That's my read. And yes, a lot of people talked mess about this book, when it first came out, like, oh, they just snotted out a bunch of characters and boom, Savage Avengers. But man, I've been digging it so far, so it's definitely one of my picks for ongoing reads.
Good stuff.
Absolutely,
right there,
man. I'm so happy to see somebody else throwing some love towards Savage Avengers, man. I picked that book up and I fell in love with it. And I told Nick
forced me to read it.
I was like, you got to read this. I went as far as to getting him every issue that was out currently, bringing them to That book is awesome. And that last issue was off the hook, man.
Okay, I'm gonna do a
Yeah,
really
I'm
quick.
glad I'm not the only one out there that loves this series.
Absolutely.
Real quick shout out to my people in the chat. We have Splash Page, brother. How you doing? I see Mr. White Gloves himself in the house. And we have John Comics with Kids. It's party time, my brother.
So, brother.
Tabitha's in the house. How you doing? We got Barbarian in the house. Thank you so much. I love it. Cap'n Comics. Yo, just met these gentlemen. You guys all on the panel tonight. I'm gonna leave a link about these guys. They were on Just a Rican show tonight, and I was on that show tonight. These guys are dropping straight fire and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Age, Silver Age, I mean anything. Please check these guys out. They have
I just dubbed them up anyway, so.
Yeah, that's excellent. And I actually,
Yeah.
let me see, I think I put them in here too. I'm almost positive I did. I'll find it. Anyway. get back to
Downright Nerdies in the podcast, or Downright Nerdies in the chat too.
It's 90 MF.
Yeah.
Brother, how you doing? Nice to see you so much.
I like that name.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Loved him.
Yeah.
Barbarian, Cap'n, two brothers. Wait a minute. Hack 79, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Nice to see you.
Hack.
Nice to see you. We got Bueller in the house. Hey, my buddy. How
Hey,
you
Bueller.
doing? Nice to see you. Downright Nerdy Podcast in the house.
What up,
Everybody,
Bueller?
appreciate it very much. Okay, now let's get on with some entertainment, you guys. Hold on, you can hear me. So, real quick, anything you guys get new this week? My new acquisition for this week, brand new, was this. I was so happy to get this for $10. This was awesome.
Yeah. Traveler art, baby.
Awesome.
I got one somewhere
Oh,
over here.
yeah.
I'm choking.
Do you have a copy, Nick?
I got a couple copies of Silver Surfer Black #1.
Very
I
nice.
got another one up
To
here.
give away. We got a whole series to give away.
Got two more for 'em. Yep.
Oh, wow. That's
Two more.
awesome.
Hold
Nick's
on.
not real keen on that idea, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
I'm not sold on it yet.
We got Comic Book Hunter in the house. Yo,
So you can give
what's
your
up,
copy away.
We'll give Dustin's away, yeah.
I'm talking about that whole set that I found.
I know.
The whole set.
I'll give my copy away. I can't understand it enough to read it. I'm not educated enough to understand the words.
Is he hating?
Don't say that.
No, yeah, I'm not lying. I picked it up to read it and I hit Nick up. I was like, dude, I think I need you to read this to me and explain the words in it, because there's too many words in here with too many syllables that I ain't picking up, man.
You have fun doing that, Nick? I would have.
Oh my god. We can do it right now.
No.
Did you not care for it? Out of curiosity.
Me?
Yeah.
I would love to know if I did or not. I seriously, I couldn't understand what was going on. I mean, there was a lot of words in there that I really just was out of my vocabulary. I'm a simple man, so.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All good. I understand that. Totally get it. Hold on. Do. Yes. I'm not specking. I don't spec. Sorry.
No.
But I just don't spec. That's my favorite. As you can see. I'm a big
So what do
fan.
So you enjoyed this this past new comic book day then with Thor, right?
Oh yeah, I watched you guys do the interview review on that. That was awesome. That one too. Yep, that was awesome. Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I need to read that issue
one-
number 2. That cover.
Yeah, Cookie's favorite character makes an appearance in it. That's all I'm saying. Cookie's favorite
I
character.
know a
One
lot
of
of
Cookie's
people-
favorite characters.
Yes.
Oh, I already know who you're talking about because he's on the wall over there.
Yeah.
And they make the weird thing about it is they make Thor a herald. What?
Mm.
How?
Well,
He's got-
if Donnie made,
But to see, there's
Because-
about it, if Donnie made
Yeah.
Punisher,
you got
Herald,
God of
what's
Hunter.
gonna stop him to make everybody else?
Boom. What's that, buddy?
I said, what else? Who else is?
We're like, boom, we're gonna make him even more
Yeah.
cosmic.
Yeah.
What if they made
really
Hulk a herald?
Ooh,
Herald of
Damn.
Smash.
I love the logo. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Brother, my moderator.
You know,
in the
it
house.
could kind of be one of those deals
That
where
is awesome.
Galactus is old and he
Sam, I
doesn't have
am.
any teeth anymore, so Hulk has to pack the planets up and feed them to him and little pieces.
So
He's like gumming the
you guys,
earth.
Yeah. Hulk's sitting over there smashing them up.
Love it. Love it.
That would be interesting to make him actually make Hulk a hero. That would be
Leave
kinda interesting.
Galactus alone. He has dementia.
He just gets stronger and stronger and stronger the more you made him pissed. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's funny. But yeah, an exciting time. Especially, I've been hearing a lot. I get a lot. What's the matter, bud? Damn. Okay, I catch a lot of things on the rewind, and I've been catching a lot of. It's really fun to see a lot of the stuff going celestial. I'm really excited to see that. I really like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to see that come down the pipeline. I don't know if anybody's watched any of the stuff that Marvel is doing with the second phase of phase 5. Was it phase 4? Their phases, whatever.
Yeah.
This is coming out this time, supposedly. What do you think about all that? And what's your opinions like that when people talk about spec and stuff like that? No offense, 90 FM. Really, seriously, brother, no offense. Just, I'm not a fan person. I really ain't.
So from my perspective, the whole spec thing, and Dustin, you can comment on this too, probably fairly similarly. But for us, we got caught up in the FOMO really bad.
Sure.
So it was, I'm going to go buy this book, this book, this book. I'm going to go buy multiple copies, in hopes that one day, we can get a big return on it. And for us, and I know me specifically, I spent a lot of money at the wrong time. I'm just not good at it. So for me, I got out of spec pretty quickly. I mean, I spent like $120 on Eternals #1. Yeah. That book I'm never going to get the return on it, right? As soon as the movie comes out, it's done, but I'll keep it and maybe do a giveaway with it one day, right? Yep. So, for me, I stay out of the spec. I just assume, buy what I'm going to enjoy, what I want to put up on my wall, whether that's Silver Surfer Black #1, that's, a few dollars, or, some of my more expensive books over here graded, sure. So for me, that's not my game. I'm not going to win at it. So I'm stepping out.
And I know you guys, you're serious collectors like all of us, but have you guys been hearing the really bad static with CGC? Like the really bad problems with CGC grading lately?
Listen, we have
one second. I'll show you something.
To us.
Yeah, I've been hearing it across
really
the board.
Bad stuff.
It's been like dropping a pebble in the water, and I've been hearing the ripple effect now for like 2 weeks.
We got 10 slabs back at one time.
Yeah,
and half of them were like beat to crap,
garbage.
And now we ended up on the good side of it because some of our books came back when they shouldn't have been. But I've talked to a couple of people that have gotten their books back from this Todd McFarlane signing, and these are guys that
a lot of people
trust that they when they say what the grade is, estimated grade is, like they're usually within a half of a grade, and they're getting stuff back like 2 whole levels lower, and I'm like, that's crazy. But it seems like I've been seeing a lot of people that have been getting like super high grades on stuff that just it ain't.
Well, like I have the perfect example sitting right here in my hands that I just got back this week. First off,
this is crazy.
It's insane. So one thing, look at that. So massive signature here.
Yep.
That should be green labeled and something mentioned, but it wasn't.
Sure.
And then you see the 9.4. This book is barely an 8.0, right? The spine ticks on this thing and the creases on the back and some of the damage on the inside. There's no way, right? I mean, you can kind of just see it first glance. Sure. 9.4, no way. And then look, there you go. Maybe it'll focus.
No mention of the signature at all.
You see that 7th printing?
Yep, they screwed up big time.
the book, and again, maybe I'm wrong, which I don't think I am because, this is my thing.
Sure.
Right.
There was no seventh printing. There was no second printing. It was one. So
Right.
I'm not fighting with him. I already had a fight with him over like
Misspelled
yeah,
label.
like right there. So my kid's book there,
Yep.
I had to get them to fix that because they misspelled things on it.
Wow.
It just,
That's frustrating.
yeah. I mean, I'm going to spend the kind of money with you.
But yeah,
And-
You guys got a story. So hold on, I got one for you guys too. I got one.
Go
I
ahead,
got
Jeff.
one too.
Listen, watch this, you guys.
Hold on,
This-
I gotta grab that book. I gotta grab that book about the story about the book. So.
anyway, while he does that,
What are you doing in here, Perry?
Perry's lurking.
Showing the same book
Hey,
again. I know
brother.
Perry. He ain't gonna stop putting it down.
Has he has he what? Hold on. now.
All right.
We have
So the story behind this shirtless bear fighter here, that's a 9.4.
great
That
legend.
came back a blue label. This came back a blue label. This originally came back a blue label, and they didn't recognize one signature on here when they had all three of the creators sign it.
Wow.
And somebody witnessed it, and then the witness guy says, "That's not what it's supposed to be." So, whoops, I'm off frame, but
Yeah, just put it up a little so you can see the face. You're cut off.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah. Hold on. There
There you
we
go.
go.
There you go.
Yeah, so this thing was originally a blue label when I got it back, and he actually the guy that witnessed it actually took it back and told these guys, "Hey, this needs to be a yellow label. It shouldn't be a blue label." I witnessed all three signatures, so then he got it back for me with a yellow label on it.
I don't know. That's insane, man. And it's so frustrating because,
Yeah.
I would love to be able to go out and use CBCS or, I mean, I would never
Right.
touch PGX after some of the horror stories you hear there. But you're like, if you want to ever resell a book, you're never going to get money out of it with CBCS. Most of the times you're going to get a 20%, 30% drop, because people just don't trust the grading. But heck, I mean, how can you trust this? I've got books on my wall here. And I know I'm going on a bit of a rant, but I know for a fact they're graded much higher than they should be.
Yeah.
Heck, I got a 9.4 killing joke over here that looks better than all of my 9.8 killing jokes I have.
Yep.
I don't know. It's frustrating.
Chad at 90 FM. It's okay, buddy. It's all good. Everybody has a great opinion. No. You're good.
Yeah.
You don't like
Hey,
it.
I'm specking on it.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
specking on the
And
fact I like the hell out of it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All
Yeah.
good.
going back to the spec talk, Nick was right. We both got caught up in it hard when we first started collecting. Me especially. I wouldn't even buy a book if I couldn't turn a profit on it at some point, and that really messed me up. But there's still stuff. My thing is if I'm flipping through a dollar bin and I can pick some up for $1 that I know for a fact I could turn around right then and turn a profit on it, and get somebody a book they're looking for and make a little bit off of it to go put to something I want. That's cool. And then there's books that, I'll buy them every time I see them just because I love them. But they're also could be looked at as a spec book, like these books here. I'll buy this book every time I find it. Every single time I find this book, I'll buy it because for me, this is a poor man's Hulk 181.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And I could have 20 copies of this, and if it ever did blow up, if Hulk and Wolverine do fight in the MCU like it's being really talked about, I would still have a hard time selling one of them because I love the book so much.
Yeah.
So, that's where specking doesn't work if you buy stuff that you don't want to get rid of when the time comes too.
Yeah. I mean, I've only like these two, that's kind of like what Dustin said. I mean, if we can get them at a cheap enough price. I mean, I paid $5 for this one, and that's if Korvac comes, that's going to be, that's going to be a high dollar book all day. And then I spent $30 on that one, and we all know what the prices are on that right now.
Yeah.
So, if you have a good deal, go after it, right?
Yep.
But I've lost more than I care to share.
I definitely know. Hold on here.
Yeah, we both know.
You, Sam, Mimo Comics, my brother. How you doing?
Ooh, it's hot in my house.
All right. Here we go. Caught up with everybody's things here. And one last one. There we go.
Yeah, we both know you guys pain anyway, so we both know you guys pain from specking and all that other stuff. I stopped that a while ago.
Yeah,
Every
we
once
had
in a
to.
while, I'll still do it. Yeah, yeah.
Come
No,
back,
Terry,
Eric.
I'm not a 2-minute man, brother.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, man. You're the man, and I'm glad we got a chance to be on the same stream for a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute, he's having problems with his internet. That's usually the other way around. Usually it's Jeff having the
Yeah.
problems.
Usually it's me. Usually it's always me that has issues with the internet.
It
Let's
happens.
not jinx it, but
That's what it was. Everything was running good till I said, "Man, everything's running good, isn't it, Kirk?"
yeah.
Okay, guys. So, all right. I'm 54. Jeff is 30s.
33.
Okay, and how old are you guys around? You don't
I
tell
just turned 30 in November.
Okay, so you're younger.
Okay.
Yep, and
Yep.
I'm 25.
So how did
Okay.
you get into the whole comic book thing? Tell everybody out there in the community.
Dustin, you go first, or should I go first?
What do you
Well,
like?
you started first, so you should go first.
All right.
What
So
do you like about comic books? How did you get into it? That kind of thing. Kind of tell the public about that.
Yep. So for me, and we've talked about this before, kind of on our channel too. So if you want to hear like the super in depth, go check out the first video. But for me, it was really source material. I'm the kind of guy that I want to know where things come from. I want to see the accuracy of them. So I decided, with all the movies coming out, 10 years ago, let me jump in there. Let me see if what they're doing in the MCU is comic accurate, right? So that was how I started. My first books I ever picked up was the Infinity Gauntlet saga, 1 through 6. I picked them up all the same day. My wife thought I was crazy for the amount of money I spent on them, which really wasn't that much. But still, the kind of money for some comic books to her was strange, and it was, kind of off, strange to me at first. But I love about them the story, right?
Yep.
And at the beginning, it was a little bit about I love the collectability of them, right? It was I need to get this, and this before I miss out. That's what drove me. But then the more I got into it, the more I started reading some of the indie books. It has become 100% about this story, and my collecting has kind of shifted from back issue, highly collectible things,
Yep.
To more of the focusing more on the pull list and picking up stories I really enjoy in reading. And then I've also shifted to some of the omnibus to go back and be able to read those stories that I've missed out on, from the early 70s, the 80s.
Yep.
And, not have to spend, all the time and money collecting, all the single issues. So that's kind of what started it. And then Dustin, I'll let you pick it up from here, but I slowly roped Dustin into things.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got a younger brother or a brother that's convincing you and getting into stuff. That's pretty cool.
I wouldn't say it was Nick as much as it was just something I ran across on my personal Instagram, because at the time that's all I had. We talked a little bit before the show. I'm someone who is, emotionally driven by nostalgia. And growing up in the 90s, there was so many things, as a 90s kid that we had and were able to enjoy that, that I loved. And the one thing that brought me into comic books was the Shattered Grid event in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. I had seen it on Jason David Frank's Instagram page, him talking about it. I love Harley Davidsons. I ride a custom Harley that I built, and Sons of Anarchy was a show I really loved. And I found out that there was going to be a prequel to the show. I was so pumped. And then I saw it was a comic book, and I was like, So between the two of those things, eventually I started saying, you know what, maybe I'll give them a try. My brother's into them now. So he took me to some comic shops one day when I came out to visit him. And, I was able to start picking up a little bit of the beginnings of those. And then once I started reading those, I started thinking, well, what else did I really enjoy as a kid that I could, read on, 90s Spider-Man cartoons, 90s X-Men cartoons. So I start picking up the Jim Lee X-Men series. Then I started getting into the Uncannies, and then it just blew up from there. So, that was, and then me getting into it as quickly and as strongly as I did, Nick had stopped collecting pretty much. And then now he's just, he blames me for his sickness now.
Wow.
Yeah, Dustin goes in stuff not full force. It's worse than full force. It's if there was a level beyond full force, that would be Dustin.
When you hook
and
on
it's not a bad thing, but
you go full in. That's what my
Oh,
wife
yeah.
says about me. It's like when I start studying something that's brand new, I'm just fully focused,
yep.
not squirreling out, but totally on it right away.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't have the ability to be patient and
No
start
patience.
slow. I bought a Harley Davidson, and the day I brought it home, I rode it for like 2 weeks, and I just started ripping it apart. I mean, as soon as I got it, I was like, nope, I don't like it like this. I'm just gonna rebuild the whole thing, paint it, upgrade everything, like right off the bat. And then did the same thing with comic books. Like bought one day, went to the next shop and dropped like $100. And like, who does that? Who drops over $100 the first day they pick up comic books? By the time I got home, I read everything I had. Okay, so I'm not crazy then. But yeah, I went home, read everything I had, and I was like, Nick, where can I find all the issues that come after this? And he showed me mycomicshop.com. And I was like, okay, they actually show you every book in order with the covers. I'm like, so now I'm not just buying the next issue, I'm buying cover art too. So it was just, yeah, it was bad for a long time, and it still is. It still is. My wife still hates
That's what it is, man.
She already knows I don't spend so much.
I've never seen Wednesday's pull list. Hey, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it, you guys. Some new people I've never seen before. Thanks, appreciate it. We got a God Tank in the house.
Oh, hey, they are on point. They got an awesome podcast.
Yes, nice. You see him down there? There we go. Thanks, you, Kurt. There we go. Real quick shout outs. Okay.
It's Grover.
Where are we? Where are we at now? We are at, let's see here. So are you guys going to, all right, you live in different parts of this country. Are you going to the con down in Florida? Everybody's going to?
Everybody wants us to. Every time somebody talks about it and we're on the show, they're like, why aren't you guys coming? But Huntsville's actually going to be having a con right around the same time. And, we've already got a lot invested in being there. We're set up to go do media there and interviews and stuff there too.
That's
Even David Frank's going to be there. So
yeah.
I got a couple of big boy books I got to go get him to sign so I can get yellow labeled. And Claremont's going to be there, so I got stuff I want to get signed by him too. So, but we've got some roots there in that con. So we're definitely, it's our first one together. So,
well, you guys got a couple of people coming to Huntsville. I know Big Will's going to be there. So
yeah, we got Big Will, Southern Comic Geek, and a couple of other of our subscribers said that they're going to be on the lookout for us. So we'll be there in our brand new Two Brothers Comics red T-shirts. So we'll be easy to spot.
Cool. Wow.
We'll probably be standing in JFF.
Heroes reviews. Thank you. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey. Cool. Nice. Thanks everybody for being here. Okay. On to the questions. You want me to ask first, Jeff? Kurt, do you have any questions, buddy? My brother? Do you have any questions for our guests?
You can ask first. You can ask the first question.
Let's give Kurt the question if his internet would work.
Just putting his thumbs up means telling you can ask your question.
Go ahead, Kurt. All right.
I passed the code on today.
Right. Come back to Kurt. Jeff, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Well, mostly Robert already asked, but what really got you guys into YouTube now? Or what made you guys want to start the YouTube game anyways, like everybody else? That's mostly my question for both of you guys.
Okay. So, and I'll pick it up again. So we actually started off on Facebook doing auctions about August, September of this past year. We kind of started talking. We're like, this stuff's getting really expensive. Pull lists are getting big. What we want's getting more expensive. We need to figure out a way to fund the hobby with the hobby. So we created a Facebook page. It was originally Krakoa Comics just because we were trying to hit on the big trend at the time. And so we were doing pretty well there. But it was just, you're having to compete with everybody to go out and buy these big collections. And it just became a lot. So I called up Dustin one day and I said, hey, we have a lot of interesting conversations between the two of us, at least, I think so. Why don't we do a channel, whether that's a podcast style channel or just do, a YouTube channel in general. So we spent several months kind of workshopping it, started putting content out, end of November. And then January 1, we started to really push it to get it out there. But yeah, it was basically Facebook auction sales is what drove the interest. And just to see what happened. But Dustin also, he'll talk about our other reason why we do it too.
Did I freeze?
No, there you are.
Go ahead, buddy. You're good, buddy.
Yeah, like he said, it had gotten to the point where we were spending, it was costing a lot of money, to read everything we wanted to read. Especially for me, because I wasn't just buying, books off the shelf on Wednesdays. I was buying all of this and, everything. Like I was constantly buying. I was spending way too much in every month. And I heard Jim Mint say, you got to make the hobby fund the hobby. And we're spending all this money on these Facebook auctions. And I'm telling Nick, like, maybe we should try that, So we did. And like he said, it ended up fizzling out. But, the biggest thing was, Nick moved out to Huntsville about 4 years ago. And growing up, we weren't really all that close. We did a lot of fighting. But as he was coming out of high school, we ended up getting, we were always together, always doing something together. And so, it kind of sucked. I know personally for me, I was upset when he moved. So this was something we were able to use to be able to keep a connection and be able to spend time with each other. It gives us an excuse to travel back and forth outside of holidays and stuff like that. So, that was a real big thing for us. And honestly, we didn't ever expect anything to come of it. We figured we would have, 20 videos on there in over a year's time that, our friends and family might watch. But it was just really, like I said, it started out as it was really an excuse just for us to be able to hang out, travel back and forth, and, just continue to, do this hobby that we both have developed such a passion for together, living in different states.
Yep. And it's definitely a passion. Do you not agree, both of you?
Oh, yeah.
It's
got to be
so many, because I have like so many interests, but I have my favorites, but it's like, man, it goes expansive. Kurt, before you freeze, ask you a question.
Oh my God.
Come on, Kurt. Come on. I know you can do this. Damn it. Damn it. Kurt, ask you a question, brother. Just come out and ask it.
Oh, what series?
Type it out real fast.
No, you can do it. It'll load. Damn internet. All right. Real quick. Kurt?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Sorry, buddy. All right, I have a question. Go ahead, Kurt. Ask.
What is an underrated series that you guys enjoy?
That you enjoy. What is an underrated series that you enjoy? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what the question was. Yeah.
That's what the question was, gentlemen. What's
What
an
is
underrated series that you enjoy?
Yeah.
Gotcha, Kurt.
Well,
Yes.
that's a
You
easy
can't
one
use
for
that
me,
one.
but-
That's
I
cheating.
know we already
That's
talked
cheating.
about it, but
That's cheating.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I got to go with that. I never hear anybody hardly talk about this. And it's so awesome. You get a lot of awesome humor in it. You get a team up of different guys that where else are you going to see it? You get a Venomized Conan. What? The interaction between Conan and Wolverine in the first issue is what hooked me on this. That fighting sequence and the back and forth banter between the two of them is worth the price of the first issue all day long. I mean, I read it in the parking lot of a bowling alley waiting on my wife to meet me and my son to go play video games in the arcade, and I fell in love with it.
Cool. You brother?
All right, so I got mine. Kanto.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now,
I've seen that a few times now. That's interesting.
you hear some people talk about it. It's got some buzz, but I'm telling you, this is something that should be up there with any
He's-
Marvel, any DC book that's ongoing. I mean, that thing, this book is incredible. So, and I mean, I will push that book to the day I die. The series is great. They're coming out with an additional story arc in the summer, and then the trade is coming out March.
Okay,
So,
for all of us that don't know, that I don't know, tell me about the book. What's great about that book?
so the book basically is just so it's about Kanto. Okay, so
Yep.
this is Kanto, obviously,
Yep.
and it's about this group. They're basically enslaved. Okay,
Mhm.
and the big bad guy, so to speak, has basically taken everybody's heart away and replaced it with clocks. And it's about this guy going on an adventure, so to speak, to save somebody he loves, even though he should not have that ability to love because he lacks the heart.
Hold the thought for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Again, do you guys have comics on the line? I do. Continue.
So, but that's basically what it's about. It's about this adventure book. It's a feel good book. You know, this little character that shouldn't have the ability to love. You know, and he's going on this big journey. What now?
He's not even supposed to have a name.
Yeah, and he's not even supposed to have a name. And you know, the ending of the book, I think, is what really sunk it in for me. Is the best. What made it the best book for me, right?
Yeah.
So this is the only book where I've actually gone out and picked up multiple copies of every issue, so that I can go, you know, here, you check it out, you check it out. I mean, it's great.
All right. That's something I'm going to have to look up. I'm
Yep.
going to check that out because you're not the only two that's actually brought that book up before. I've seen it multiple times now.
It's
Yeah.
funny he picked Kanto and I picked Savage Avengers because I had to convince him to read Savage Avengers, and I worked on him and worked on him, and he had to do the same thing for me on Kanto because the first time I walked in his office and saw it hanging on the wall, I said, "What is that?" And
Yeah.
he kept working me and kept working me and kept working me. I finally picked up. It was like a second or third printing of the first issue.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, this is cool. I really dig this. I even got my wife to read it, and she is like, has no interest at all. Like, she thinks it's cool that I'm into it, but she has no interest, and she read it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that I didn't think about that until you picked up Kanto. Like, we both picked books that the other one had to
Look,
I'm
convince
going
us
to have
to
to check
read.
that out now. Now you got my interest.
Anybody that asks me anything about a book, I mean, generally, I'm just going to point straight here, right?
Yep.
If you ask me the best artwork, I'm going Silver Surfer
Oh,
Black.
the artwork in Kanto is fantastic.
But
though.
this right
Last
here,
pages you get in Kanto is
Zucker does a phenomenal job, and if everything goes well, you know, may have some
Yeah.
insight
Who,
coming up soon on our channel. Taboola and Zucker.
what company produced that? Made
I-
that?
IDW.
IDW?
Yep. So if you haven't, go check it out.
The
man.
last issue, I think, had the best splash page of all the whole series too. I
Yep.
mean, it's great artwork.
Yeah, I
Nice.
love this book.
Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. It's still reasonable, right?
Yeah, and the trade's coming out in March. Well, second prints are.
Yeah, the first print's gonna probably run you about $40.
Okay.
Yeah,
Depending
because,
on-
it's low print because there wasn't that many printed, and then most of them got damaged. The first print mostly got damaged when they got sent to the shops.
Oh,
Yeah, Stevie B actually AOK'd me a first print, and you can see like it's got some I don't know if
They're all
you'll be able
bent
to see it
from
here,
the
but
front.
it's got right there. You can see well, you're not gonna be able to see it, but it does have it's almost like it got stapled weird, and it's got a crease right here.
There's,
So
sure,
I don't
there's
know if
none
it'll
of
come
them-
out with a press, but
You know,
what? Just saying, if you guys go get it and try to grade them graded, I think none of them probably come back like 9.6, maybe 9.4. Nothing's gonna come back a 9.8. If something does come back a 9.8, I'll be surprised. You know what I mean?
there's only
Because-
like 39 eighths on the census.
Right.
I'm
so,
just saying right now is the time to do it because they're throwing out 9/8 and wonderful seventh printings on everybody's slabs.
yeah. I thought this was way lower, and I got a 9.8 on mine, so I was surprised.
Hmm.
So,
Okay, so I'm going to get into this really quick. don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I know it's really early in the morning. What, 2 o'clock in the morning there? 1 o'clock in the morning? Wherever you are.
Yeah, well, it's about 2 for
I just sucked down a whole cup of coffee, so now I'm ready.
yeah.
I love your cup. Skull
Thank
cup.
you, thank you.
It's a gravy boat.
Gravy boat.
No, that's the Power Rangers cup, Nick. I'm rocking
Oh,
Vortex cup tonight.
Love it.
look. Hey, Mom.
Love it.
No, this is my wife's collectibles. She collects all the Ray Dunn mugs. So
Okay.
showing out for
My
mom.
wife
For his wife.
My wife has gone down the rabbit hole of those damn pops.
Oh,
I'm trying to stay out of that.
Dude, it's sickening because they came out with 2.
It's gonna be hard, man. If you're a collector,
I really want.
Yeah.
One, I'm buying 2 Silver Surfer, 2 Doctor Doom, and 2 Galactus. That's what they're coming out with. I gotta have 2 of each one of those. Those are my favorite.
I got
These
a
are all I
couple of
need.
the white Shroots, and I got a big Goro. That's all I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see that again. That's fucking. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Really?
Yep.
I never even knew they made that one.
Oh yeah, because you know,
Yep.
Mortal Kombat is my other love. 90s nostalgia. I mean, what's more 90s than Mortal Kombat? So
Oh, do you play it on the Xbox?
Funny thing
Oh,
you
yeah.
mentioned that. The
I
90s,
played it at Nick's house. Yeah, I don't have any game systems, but yeah, it's awesome.
Funny you guys mentioned that. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, the movie, the actress that actually played, what was it? Katana is actually plays Vampirella in the Vampirella movie in '96. There's a Vampirella
wow.
movie that came out, in '96,
Right on.
and she actually plays Vampirella in it. So it's pretty
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the new one that comes out next year. They're doing a animated one this year, but
Right.
the next one for next year is going to be awesome.
Very, very cool. Come on. Kurt, I'm so sorry. It's not my internet, buddy. I got Dude, I miss you, brother. Right.
No, it's just StreamYard, man. It's just StreamYard doesn't like when we have more than 4 people in the stream.
It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. All right. Real quick, gentlemen. Ask this for all my new guests to come on the show. And one of them is, have any inspirational thoughts or ideas for the community as a whole? Comic book collecting, whatever it may be.
So, Dustin, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead, Dustin.
Being a relatively new collector myself, I would just say that, if you're somebody, I always try to plug to the new collectors. If you're someone new and you're just getting into it, try to. It can be super overwhelming, so try to find someone you can trust that knows this hobby, and attach yourself to that person and ask questions before you start making all the purchases you want to make. Ask questions and make sure you have a reliable source and someone you can trust.
Yep.
Did you guys just hear that? That was awesome. Awesome. Thank you, buddy. That was beautifully said. Brother,
So for me, I'm actually going to take something Perry said yesterday, community over competition. So that was something he mentioned yesterday, I think, before we even got on the show. We were having a conversation. And I think that's something really big amongst all of the channels, all of the people in the community. Be kind. We're in a community for a reason. It's the best community you'll ever see on YouTube or really anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where else do you see, hundreds of dollars of books being given away, randomly to just to be kind? So keep that in mind when you're on here doing these things. Be kind, whether that's on the channel, in the chat, or at a local comic shop. And that's something Dustin and I ran into a lot of issues with when we started collecting. Just folks, having a huge lack of kindness. So let's grow the community by being kind.
look at that. Look at that. Keeping it real.
Collect your way,
gentlemen.
Respect how other people collect.
Awesome.
That's right. Collect your way. That's what we're about.
Very well said. Love it. Okay, now my last question for you guys, and I ask everybody the same thing. Who wants to go first, Dustin or Nick?
Yeah, we'll let Dustin go first.
Okay, Dustin. Here we go, big man. Ready? Here we go. Boom. What does thinking outside the box mean to you, brother?
This has just always pretty much been me. But you know, for me, it's going against the grain, going against the popular opinion, and finding out for yourself. You know, don't just go, you know, with what everybody else is saying. You know, and you know, find out for yourself. And if it's something that you want to, you know, go with the popular opinion on, cool. But if you know, you do your research, and you know, it doesn't have to be on comic books, but with anything, you know, you do your research on it and you decide, you know what, you know, I don't really agree with the masses, you know, so I'm gonna go this way with it. So, you know, for me, that's, you know, I'm always trying to think outside the box and be outside the box with everything.
See what I said? That's awesome. Beautifully said. I love it. Love it. Love it. All right, Nick. It's all on you, buddy.
And he's 100% right, because he is 100% out of the box. So
yeah, because Hulk 180 is definitely the first appearance.
that's right. So
I agree. I agree.
So there you go. Thinking outside of the box means Hulk 180 is not the first appearance. It is Hulk 181. Don't let anybody tell you different. And also, okay, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is a less than franchise than Dragon Ball. Okay, Dragon Ball Z. Just throwing that out there. So
just answer the question.
No. So
Go ahead,
all that's just kidding. We're just joking. Nobody take me seriously. But no, just be authentic, right? And think on authentically. Don't get caught up in, you know, the trends. You know, if that's what you want to do, great. But really, just be authentic to yourself. Think the way you want to think. You know, rationalize things to yourself, reason to yourself. But don't take into account everybody else's opinions. You know, it's, what's the best way to put it? You know, it's okay to value other people's opinions, but, you know, think for yourself, think authentically. And that puts you outside of the box right there. Right. So that's kind of our thing with the channel. You know, we stay true to ourselves. We don't get caught up in everything else. And, you know, that's kind of what
respect the way other people want to do things, but that doesn't mean you have to do it that way.
Yep.
But just because you don't agree with it, also don't mean you got to trash it either. Just because it ain't the same, don't mean it's wrong.
And I'm telling you right now,
this is all stuff, man. I'm telling you, this all comes from like experiences that we've had when, you know, starting and collecting. Like I've had so many issues based on what I collect, because I collect 90s garbage. You know, yes, I got some first appearance of Gray Beast here, second appearance, third appearance, and fourth appearance, all back here. I've got, you know, first appearance of, I don't have a bunch of Golden Age or a bunch of Silver Age ASM. I don't collect ASM. I like to collect runs of things, and for me, ASM is out of reach. I can't touch the first probably 150 books. So, you know, and that's fine with me, because there's so many other things that I collect. But I mean, I have caught a lot of flack because I collect Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat and Jurassic Park comic books, and then, you know,
but you grew up in the 90s.
We have a buddy in the community that loves like Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
anything Ghostbusters, and I'm like, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
totally different.
Absolutely. So I would never trash what somebody else collects, because you know, that's your money that you're spending. You're the one that's got to come home and look at it, not me. So, you know, like I said in our Collect Your Way video, like if you don't believe you have the best collection on the planet, you got the wrong books in your collection. You're collecting for somebody else and not you, because ain't nobody in the comment section or on this screen got a better collection than me, in my opinion.
I love this last page. Wait until you see this. That was awesome. You buy it, guys. Just make sure you guys. I told you about his one. Check that out.
Oh yeah,
it's impressive.
Awesome, we'll do. But I mean, like Dustin said, I mean, everything about what we do and our channel and what we're trying to put out and the vibes we're trying to bring to the community and whatnot, it's just, you know, literally Collect Your Way is the very core of what we do because of our experiences. It's, you know, and we honestly, you know, other folks within the YouTube community have trashed some things Dustin picks up, you know, and that to me is one, unacceptable from the standpoint of just being a decent human being, you know, but two, you don't do that, you know, within a community like this, right? So it's frustrating. It's disappointing at times. And we want to be the exact opposite of that. You know, if in a year, everybody is, you know, a little more open and, you know, a little more excited about, you know, Mortal Kombat or Power Rangers or whatever, you know, and you're not ashamed to go out and preach those things or show off those books. I mean, I'm showing off a Dragon Ball Z book from 99, I think is what it is.
My brother, one of my brothers in the community loves Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Keep it real thorough. That's one of his favorites.
Thorough.
Yeah.
Keep it real thorough. That's one of his favorites is Dragon Ball.
Yeah. And it's, you know, I'm not ashamed. I don't care. But I'm sure there are a bunch of people around that probably think that's a little silly that I spent money on this, but I don't care. And that's what this is about. That's why we did this. That's why we started it. And, you know, we've got to also lead into growing the community, right? If we don't continue to bring new members into the community, it's going to die at some point. So
exactly right. I heard about
exactly right.
Loved, and it's something I brought up many times. I have 4 grandsons, and I got another, maybe a granddaughter or a grandson coming on the way. And with my 4 grandsons, when I'm with them, it's all comic books. It's like Spider-Man, you name it. I get them interested. It gets them reading. It gets them interested.
Yep.
We keep that momentum going. It's all about reading again and reading and looking and enjoying art. I always say this, I'm very, and Jeff will tell you, I love how you guys just put that out there just now, because that's what I'm all about, is just keeping it real. And as a community as a whole, we're all working together. And and I'm sure you guys have noticed all the competition out there. It's like, oh, I'm going to get this many. I don't give a shit about the subscribers. I'll tell you that right now. If I get over 1,000, yay, I'm good. I enjoy doing this.
I'm just happy making friends like this, like making friendships with you guys. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for.
You guys are awesome. Awesome. I love what you guys are producing. You know, I think you're great. Just
appreciate it.
Thank you. And I agree with that too. You know, we've made some really good friends along the way already. I mean, you know, I've got guys that, you know, outside of this community, you know, outside of the YouTube, like I've never talked to them, would have probably never talked to them, but you know, I've got their personal cell phone numbers now. We text all the time. We call each other and talk. And it's, you know, so it's been really cool, you know, to have that relationship with someone that you've never even met face to face. I mean, you know, it's kind of like, you know, with Perry and Rod and Jabroni showing up in Florida this week and being able to see like that connection they had. They've never even met each other. You know, I mean, everybody in the community, you know, got a couple of guys like that, you know, you feel like you're really good friends with, and this is our way to hang out, you know? Right.
Yep. Exactly. Right. Exactly.
It's incredible.
It's so much fun. I've met so many people. I've made new friends over in Europe, Australia, New Zealand. Yeah. Amazing. I was down with my buddy. Yeah. Austria.
Don't forget Austria.
Who Vigilante is, look him up. The guy is friggin' full of knowledge.
Yeah.
Brainiac like crazy. Big into Conan, big into Vampirella. A whole bunch of them. Really good stuff. Sword and sorcery stuff. Really knowledgeable, but very, very cool. Meet so many wonderful people. You guys were awesome. We're going on to an hour. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. We got 5 minutes. So during this time, I'm going to let who's the runner of the show here? Both of them, right? Nick, go ahead, brother. This is your time. I've got all your link information down below. Tell them about anything new coming out for your show. Anything you guys are doing.
So this week is a big week for us. So January 1, we kicked off our 100 subscriber giveaway, and we're doing the giveaway this week. Not sure what day yet. But we're giving away 3 slabs, and I'll grab them in a second after Dustin's finished talking and show them. So that's coming up this week. We actually just got 2 more writers, big writers on the books. So I'm putting together announcements for that. That'll come out. I'm waiting on a 3rd to come through for somebody or somebody's confirming their dates. So that'll be incredible. I tell you what, I couldn't be more excited about that. You couldn't send me a comic book that would make me feel better than the chance of that. So that's incredible. And then you know, we're just gonna keep rolling. We got a new series coming out with new beginners. So this is something that, again, has been kind of on our heart to do when we started the YouTube channel. So I'll let Dustin talk about that.
Sure.
It's kind of his baby. But, we're just going to keep rolling with it. So we're excited.
Very cool. And you know what? You're welcome back anytime.
We appreciate it. And thank you for having us on. I mean,
Absolutely.
that was, kind of, I think, you were on Perry's, Dustin was on Perry's last night.
Yep.
And I was with the wife and the baby.
Yeah.
And at like 1 o'clock in the morning, I ended up sneaking out of bed and coming in here.
Cool.
Jumping on Perry's, and then I ended up with the kid. But we really appreciate you reaching out to us and extending the hand there.
All right, Dustin, brother, my giant, go ahead.
So yeah, like Nick said, our next big series, we've already kicked off our Collect Your Way series where we're reaching out to other creators in the community and bringing them on with us and letting them talk about what Collect Your Way means to them. So that's going to be dropping once a month on Saturdays. So we're going to be getting together with someone to do our February show for that. But the biggest thing that we've got coming up that I'm most excited about is our collecting tips and guides for beginning comic book collectors. We actually recorded the whole series before we even dropped the channel, and they were up, and we didn't, we couldn't get them edited right, so we scratched it for that time. But I've went back through now and put together everything for those shows. I've got a PDF file of vocabulary and lingo with definitions, because that was something I really struggled with. That's going to be attached to every video. So if someone wants to, download that PDF and print it out or have it on their phone, whatever, I thought that was something that would really help. We've got the 100 subscriber giveaway. Thank you to everybody that subbed to us. We went from 84 to 384 in 31 days. And
congratulations.
We would have never imagined in a million years that would have happened. You guys know on Mondays, we do our Monday mail call videos. Well, this Monday will be our first live, and it's going to be Monday Grail call, because somebody picked up a Grail that they mentioned in their 2020 goals video. So you guys be looking out for that. I'm going to have my man Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics on there with me, because I know he's going to be excited about it too. Thank you so much for having us on the channel, G-Man. We really enjoyed it. It's been great conversations, awesome questions you asked, and allowing us to, kind of, give our story a little bit. We always enjoy telling our story. So,
and I enjoy it because it shows with you guys. I can see it, boom, right away. I have one little question. Can you tell us anything, like what's the giveaway? What are we supposed to do? What are people to do?
So the giveaway, it's really simple. We have a video up. It's already finished, but what you would have done, because the expiration was January 31, but all you had to do was go on and comment and then tag 2 people on our IG and be a subscriber. And we're going to do something for 500 here soon. But again, it was very simple, just something to kind of spread awareness and whatnot. But the thing was, we were going to go with 1 slab, and that was going to be this one. This is what we started with. Okay. So we started with 9.4. That was going to be 100. And then we got on there. We're like, well, listen, we're only like 14 away from 100. So New Year's Eve, we're like, hey, if we hit it by this date, we'll throw on a second one. So we did.
Whoa.
And then I don't even know why, but now we're giving away a third one too.
So that was because we hit 250.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember at this point.
Yeah, we said we was like,
we're over
we were like, well, if we hit 250 by January 31st, we're gonna do another slab.
Good.
And then here we are sitting at almost 400.
Oh, yeah. And then I was like, if we hit 500 by January 31st, I'll give away the entire Eternals run I have. So
I don't think we were that upset we didn't get there yet.
No, I wouldn't have given that away. Y'all would have had to call me a liar.
Look at this. Yes, they were.
Thank you.
Very good.
We did okay. We were raised okay.
Big time. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to try to do this. Jeff, give me 1 second, buddy.
You see that, Dustin? First miles. Mind.
Oh yeah. That was one of my big Grail pickups last year.
Which one?
The first appearance of Miles Morales as Spider-Man.
Very nice.
Dustin is
yeah.
a Miles nut.
Yeah, that's my
Oh,
Spider-Man, dude. A lot of people hate on that too, and they can if they want to, but I love Miles Morales, man.
Why
I
are
like
people
Miles.
7 copies of that copy?
Do what?
Why are people buying 6 and 7 copies of it?
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah, but then
They're hating on it, but they're buying 6 and 7 copies.
I have 7 of those books.
Yeah.
I got one, and I'm not giving it away to nobody.
I don't blame you at all. At all. Jeff, go ahead, buddy.
All right, guys, you guys know what this is. It's the Comic Books with a Hook, where Robert Galvin, Comic Book G-Spot, and your boy Jeff, a.k.a. Cantonese Comic Kid, a.k.a. the Cantonese Comic King. And I have a couple of shows coming up tomorrow. I have Silver Age Sundays coming up tomorrow with Conquistadors, Hialeah, Steve, and all the rest of the crew. And then I have Extreme Nerd Table coming up tomorrow night. And then I have Cantonese Comic Wednesdays, a.k.a. CCW. Episode 52 actually drops this week. So, all right, guys. What you got going on, Robert?
Just this. Just this. And periodically I will do a nerdy collective show. That's just periodically.
Yeah.
Whenever I have the time, I just do a live stream and talk about whatever. An example of that, I've been wanting to do one. My next nerdy one is a box. I trade old fishing lures. I'll find old fishing lures like at garage sales or whatever, and I'll just pick up whatever. And I usually get a whole box of them, and I give them to a buddy of mine at work that collects them. That's his collection.
That's cool.
Well, this gentleman, Tim, my buddy from work, brought me a short box. He goes, "Here you go." And I opened it up, and I'm like, "What?" I go, "Brother, this is no way." He goes, "Nope. You collect comic books? You just keep them." I just want to show you some fire he gave me here.
That's awesome.
Oh boy.
This is like totally like, I'm going to show this on the Conquistador show tomorrow after Steve shows his book.
His box.
His box. You got a box. You got an eel.
His box it has to open.
Yeah. Hold on. I put the good to the last. Very last pile of this pile. All right, here's an example, you guys. Wait.
Make yourself bigger.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
one.
That's awesome.
Here's 2.
That's awesome.
Holy crap.
It's better. It's better. I'm not done. I didn't pay a dime for these. It was just a trade, is all it was.
That's even better.
Hold on.
That's the best thing, man.
Where is the grail? Where's my grail? It's in here. Okay. You guys like Nick Fury?
Oh yeah.
I am a big
Oh, yeah.
fan of the Nick Fury. Hold on. See, I haven't taped them yet. I have them in liners, Mylar, every single one. So Nick Fury shield,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
number 8.
Man.
And these copies are like gorgeous. Dude. I
Mint.
know the Mylar brings them out in 4K, but they are very, very nice. And then this is just weird. A nun on the cover. Okay, I like it though. It's cool because it's different. Look at this, Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
And then number 10.
Nice.
And then the one that got me was, okay, Astonishing Tales 60. It's in rough shape. I ain't not complaining.
That was when he was Giant Man, not Ant-Man.
Here we go. King size special.
Right on.
Daredevil number 1, king size special. Just beautiful. And then Black Knight.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
I bought shit. Sorry.
I need friends like that.
Yeah, it was very, very nice. And
And I love that Galactus print behind you. That's awesome.
thank you. That was
And
done.
the Crow figure
What's that?
and the Crow figure.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's a McFarlane statue.
Oh, that's a statue. Right on.
The action.
Kind of like the hot toy.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay, right on.
I got the box years ago because I enjoy it and I love the Crow.
Absolutely.
Big fan. This was done by
You always forget them for a second, and then you remember them right
they're
after.
vibrating really bad, but
My bad.
Christopher made this. I have it in the video link on the bio on the bottom of this link.
Okay.
Who made this? Who made this? This is Jim Boatwright,
Oh yeah.
and this is the art chemist. They're both community members. I have this gentleman here and this gentleman up here doing 2 blank covers of Morbius in their own vision.
That's
Okay, cool.
They've been working on that for a little while now. But anyway, this is going too long now, guys. Sorry.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Hold on. Yeah, you're gonna blur out. Give me 2 seconds, guy. Don't go anywhere. Oh my god, can I do this? No, I can't do this. Can't do this. We're gonna do this. Oh my goodness. We're gonna try to do this. Oh my goodness. Nope. Here we go. Boom, boom. So, thank you everybody for showing up tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Everybody in the links in the bottom of this description page, all their links are right there. Please go sub them up. Go check them out. Everybody in the chat, sub each other up. Much appreciated. Much love. Blessed be. Love you guys. See you next Saturday and see you on a random show. Appreciate it.